Hi, today's book is Dog Breath by Dave Pilkey. He's also the writer of Captain Underpants. So you can kind of tell by the illustrations and stuff, they're a little bit similar in this one. And this is The Horrible Trouble with Hallie Tosis. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Hallie Tosis was a very good girl, but she had a big problem. What do you think her problem is? Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Even the painting Mona Lisa's on her nose. When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Halitosis. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. How many of you guys have dogs that do that? I know mine do. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Hallie Tosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. Do you understand that they took her to the top of the mountain? She has bad breath, and it's a breathtaking view. Would it take her bad breath away? I don't know. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away. But it didn't. Next, the children took Hallie Tosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. Says Breath of a Salesman. But it didn't. Even the movie was fine. And that she has bad breath. Finally, the children took Hallie Tosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on a speedy roller coaster. You'll lose your breath on our roller coaster. Did it work? But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now, only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Hallie Tosis. Yikes! Whispered one burglar. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Ah, don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy. Two burglars giggled at the sight of such friendly little dog. That dog couldn't hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Pudgy Pudgy, whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. Slurp. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their mind about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. Because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. Alrighty, I hope you liked the stinky dog breath of halitosis in the story that they shared with her. So this is by Dave Pilkey, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.